Before the automation, before the empire, before the Notion dashboards that looked like they could run NASA, there was simply Danny, a man so mysterious, even his own reflection probably had questions. Danny Y, a creator who asked the same question we've all asked: what if I made YouTube videos, but didn't want to be seen? A visionary, a pioneer, a man who saw YouTube and said, yeah, this is cool, but what if I just didn't participate physically? He built faceless channels faster than most of us build excuses. Legend says Danny started his YouTube journey in a dark room, surrounded by AI tools, fueled by caffeine, running more automation scripts than a crypto trader at 3 a.m. Even ChatGPT probably had to ask him, bro, what are you cooking? Danny's genius was simple. If you don't show your face, no one can tell you look tired. He entered faceless niches like he was collecting Pokemon, travel channels, quiz channels, AI stories, compilation channels, literal digital cryptids. His thumbnails had more emotion than some people's relationships. Danny didn't just get views, he harvested them. He farmed the algorithm like it owed him rent. One channel popped off, then another, then another. At this point, even Susan Wojcicki probably whispered, who is this man? When Danny said automation, the algorithm said, say less. Danny built so many channels, YouTube support staff probably have him on speed dial. His Airtable boards looked like alien technology. His editors worked with clockwork precision. His workflows? Engineered, efficient, terrifying. His systems had systems. His automations needed emotional support. Creators flocked to him. Students joined. People desperately wanted the secret sauce. Danny responded with the faceless creator's battle cry, just follow the system. The man could teach a rock how to build a channel. But where there is rise, there is fall. And where there are millions of views, there are millions of opinions. Danny didn't know it yet, but chaos was warming up in the locker room. 2024. A year that felt like 3 seasons of a Netflix drama compressed into 12 months. And for Danny, it was the beginning of the great YouTube civil war. The tension was building everywhere you looked. It was one of those years where every headline felt like a plot twist, and every notification on your phone could be the start of a new global crisis. Or, in our case, a digital one. The world was already chaotic, but nobody, not even the most advanced AI, could have predicted the plot twist that was about to unfold in Danny Y's career. The stage was set. The players were unknowingly taking their positions, and the internet was just waiting for a reason to light the fuse. Automation was booming. It was the shiny new toy everyone wanted to play with. Content creators were automating everything from video editing to comment replies. It was hailed as the future, the key to scaling your channel to the moon. Danny was at the forefront of this, a pioneer in a new digital frontier. But then, almost overnight, the internet collectively slammed on the brakes and said, hold up. Wait a minute. Is this cheating? The conversation shifted. What was once seen as innovation was now being questioned as a shortcut. People online started theorizing, critiquing, and overthinking everything, just normal internet behavior. Reddit threads started flying across screens, filled with armchair experts dissecting every single one of Danny's videos. The comments sections on his channel turned into a philosophical battleground. Suddenly, everyone with a Wi-Fi connection and a keyboard became a YouTube philosopher with 12 subscribers, ready to weigh in with their hot takes. The criticism wave wasn't just a ripple, it was a tsunami. The very tools Danny had championed were now being used as evidence against him. The internet had found its new favorite debate, and Danny Y was right in the middle of it. The pressure was mounting, not just from the outside, but from the inside too. Let's put this into perspective. Danny was running 84 different automated workflows simultaneously. Think about that, 84. He was managing a community of students who looked to him for guidance. He was constantly updating his systems to stay ahead of the curve. He was scaling multiple channels, each with its own audience and demands. And on top of all that, he was the guy responding to direct messages at 1 in the morning, probably forgetting to eat or sleep. The man was a machine, but even machines have their limits. Burnout didn't just knock on his door. It kicked the door clean off its hinges. He was so tired, even his automation probably needed its own automation just to keep up. And then, it happened. The event. The moment. The incident, with a capital I and a trademark symbol. To this day, no one knows exactly what the trigger was. One workflow might have misfired. One poorly worded message could have been catastrophically misunderstood. Maybe one of his competitors dropped a critique video that just happened to hit the trending page at the perfect time. Or perhaps a student from his program posted something completely wild online that got traced back to him. The truth is, we may never know the specific spark. Everyone has their own theory, everyone speculates. But the internet, being the internet, didn't wait for facts. It didn't hesitate. It just screamed, "Drama time," and grabbed its popcorn. The situation escalated faster than crypto in 2021. Chaos erupted. It was a digital wildfire. One small spark, fanned by the winds of online speculation, turned into an inferno. Danny's carefully constructed empire began to shake. The systems he had built, the ones he was so proud of, started to tremble under the weight of the controversy. His reputation, once golden, took a massive hit. People demanded answers. YouTube's algorithm, an unforgiving beast, demanded more content. And we, the audience, we demanded entertainment. The fallout was immediate and brutal. Danny Y, the king of automation, was now facing a system failure of epic proportions, and everyone was watching. His entire world was on the verge of collapse, leaving us all on a massive cliffhanger. What happens when the architect's own blueprints lead to ruin? We'll find out in the rebuild arc. For most people, this is the end. This is where the story stops, where the credits roll on a failed venture. A dream that just didn't pan out. Most creators would have quit right here. But Danny? Not a chance. For him, this was just the respawn point. It was like he told the universe, "I'm built different," and the universe fired back, "Prove it!" And so he did. Danny didn't just pick up the pieces. He decided to forge something entirely new. He went back to the drawing board and rebuilt everything from the ground up. He completely restructured his workflows, throwing out what didn't work and optimizing what did. He standardized systems for every single process, from brainstorming ideas to uploading the final video. Communication, which had been a major bottleneck, was streamlined and improved across the board. He updated his entire content strategy, adapting to the new landscape of the platform. It was like Thanos snapped all the inefficiency, all the chaos completely out of existence. His new system was so pristine, so organized, it could have been legally declared a skincare routine. When Danny finally returned, he wasn't the same person. He didn't come back as just the automation guy. He had evolved. He rebranded himself as the YouTube engineer. He was no longer just a creator, he was an architect. The man who could take a chaotic mess of ideas and turn them into a repeatable, scalable framework. He was the guy who could transform raw views into predictable systems and turn widespread confusion into crystal clarity. You know how some people obsess over optimizing their video thumbnails for the highest click-through rate? Danny optimized his entire life with that same level of ruthless efficiency. But here's the thing. Beneath all the new systems, the clean spreadsheets, and the perfectly rebuilt empire, there was a deeper reason for all this change. Beneath the calm, collected exterior of the YouTube engineer, a truth was hiding in plain sight. The real reason Danny chose to become a faceless creator. The reason he stepped back from the spotlight and into the shadows, and that story is coming next. The real reason Danny Y went faceless wasn't some dramatic, scandalous, or tragic secret. The truth was actually pretty simple. Danny believed the entire creator economy was fundamentally backward. He saw a world where everyone was obsessed with faces, personalities, and individual brands. He felt there wasn't nearly enough focus on the actual ideas, the content, and most importantly, the systems that make it all work. He wasn't hiding from the camera. He was focusing on what he believed truly mattered. In his mind, the creator economy had become a cult of personality, and he wanted to prove that systems could triumph over charisma. He saw a future where the value wasn't in who you were, but in what you built. The endless stream of logs, the pressure to be on all the time, the constant performance, he saw it as a distraction. He wanted to build an engine, not just be the driver. So he stepped back from the spotlight, not because he was afraid of it, but because he saw a bigger game to be played behind the scenes. He wasn't running from anything. He was running toward a new philosophy. Honestly, he also probably chose the faceless path, so none of us had to witness his editing a video at 2 a.m. face. We've all been there, but he spared us the visual. Danny Y wasn't just some cold, detached system builder optimizing things from a distance. He was driven by a powerful belief, a human element that fueled his entire empire. He genuinely believed that everyone, regardless of their personality type, deserved a fair shot at winning online. Whether you were a natural extrovert who loves the spotlight, or a quiet introvert who prefers to work behind the scenes, whether you were brimming with confidence or crippled by shyness, he felt you had a place in the creator economy. He built his entire faceless empire for them, for the people who had brilliant ideas but didn't want to be the face of a brand. His systems were designed to be the great equalizer, a way for quality and strategy to shine through, independent of camera presence. He was creating a new path for creators who felt left out of the traditional vlogger-centric model. He basically became the Batman of YouTube education. Silent, strategic, and probably very, very sleep-deprived. He was the hero the creator economy deserved, but not the one it knew it needed at the time. So when you look at the whole story, Danny's rise wasn't just a stroke of luck. His supposed fall wasn't a failure, and his incredible comeback wasn't some happy coincidence. It was all a process. It was evolution. He was testing his theories in real time, pushing the boundaries of what was possible. He proved that you could build a massive, influential brand without ever showing your face, something many thought was impossible. Today, the legacy of that evolution is clear. His systems guide thousands of creators, helping them streamline their workflow and grow their channels. His strategies have shaped the way countless channels approach content, from scripting to monetization. And his core philosophy continues to reshape the creator economy, encouraging a new wave of creators to focus on substance over style. His legacy is more organized and efficiently structured than most people's Google Drive. It's a testament to the power of a good system, and after all of that, after the meteoric rise, the dramatic collapse, the strategic rebuild, and the creation of an entire educational empire, there's still one massive question left unanswered. One final mystery that looms over his entire story. Why is he called Danny? Why? There's still one massive question left unanswered. One final mystery that looms over his entire story. Why is he called Danny? Why?